you doing? It is Friday, January 30th, and time for this week's Friday Funnies. You know, this week, I finally discovered the secret to getting on a national TV show. All you have to be is a nut-job delusional loon that we love to call the governor of Illinois. And everybody from The View to Geraldo will give you your 15 minutes of fame. Personally, I think the only TV show that Governor Blagojevich should be appearing on is Cops. But speaking of fame, today I too will be getting my 15 minutes of fame in front of a national TV camera. Well, it's not really 15 minutes, but I am on a national TV show. I'm very serious. Tune in to today's episode of The Jerry Springer Show. No, I'm not a guest, but I am seated in the audience, third row, dead center. Jerry even talks to me, and it was a beautiful show. At the end of the show, when they bring out all of those trailer park dwellers for questions, I even had an amusing question that I asked them, and the inbreeds had the nerve to heckle me. So it's a real momentous occasion in TV history. Catch it if you can. Finally, a big gung-hee fat choy to all of our Chinese viewers. That means Happy New Year. I don't know exactly what this sign means. It either means Happy New Year or there's a weasel in my shorts. I'm not sure. I bought it at a flea market, but it pretty much, I'm pretty sure it is Chinese. So Happy New Year to you. Other than that, here's the rest of this week's Friday Funnies presented to you in English.
Amen.
First stop, Lagos, Nigeria, where what happens in Lagos stays in Lagos. Two guys were running away from the policeman. They were driving a stolen Mazda. Police were in hot pursuit. These guys stopped the car and ran away. One guy got away clear. The other guy transformed himself into a goat. The police claimed in their report that they had the suspect cornered when all of a sudden he transformed himself into a goat. You see, black magic is very, very big in Nigeria, and they actually believe the guy turned himself into a goat, so the police did what police should do. They put their beer down, and they apprehended the goat and took the goat to jail, where it has yet to morph back into a man. The authorities are giving him until Saturday to turn himself back into a man, otherwise he will become lunch. How about a story from New Zealand? You know where New Zealand is? It's a suburb of Australia, and it's famous for the kiwi birds, the kiwi fruit, and the kiwi brand shoe polish. Well, this week in New Zealand, they had two prisoners who were handcuffed together at the wrist, and they were facing the judge to decide on their sentencing. Well, these two guys standing in front of the judge in the courtroom, handcuffed together, decide now's the time to make our break. So they ran out of the courtroom and they ran across the street, and then the trouble happened when they got to a light pole, and one guy went to the left and the other guy went to the right. And needless to say, the light pole won.
Yo!
So police quickly picked them up, brought them to, and returned them to the courthouse, where the judge told them, "Try that again. That was very, very funny." Friends, don't let friends drink drunk. A couple went to court in New Holland, Pennsylvania this week to try and seek leniency on their public drunkenness arrest. And as they were pitching the judge on this leniency thing, they started slurring their words and giggling to the point where the judge says, "Hey, I'd like a breathalyzer test on these two people." Well, guess what? They were drunk again. So now they're facing a second arrest for public drunkenness, to which they pleaded guilty, and they were released into the custody of a relative who drove them to a bar. Finally, last story. I'm pretty sure this isn't kosher, but you know what happens. In York, Nebraska, a woman is suing her local Bag and Save grocery store because she claims she found a hypodermic needle in her pork roast. Well, the Bag and Save said, "Hey, it's not our fault. This is just the way that we got them from the farm." So they approached the farmer, and he didn't want to make a comment other than to say, "Those damn pigs and their drug problems." Hey, that's all I have for you this week. Remember to watch this afternoon. Jerry, 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 Jerry. See you later.